Hello, it's February in West Tennessee, and I am a walker, and I'm hoping to be the walker. This is the first time I'm videoing something while I'm out in my favorite area to hike. I'm trying to get a hike in today, and as you notice, I have a backpack on my back. Most of the time, this is only the second time I've hiked with my backpack. Now you may be asking, what's your name? My name's Gary Kirk. I live in West Tennessee. I guess I should give you the town and everything, but I'm not right now. I don't know how to do this very well, maybe. I'm preparing myself. I'll go ahead and tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to be through hiking the Appalachian Trail starting soon, and I'm getting nervous about it and getting prepared. I am one who loves to walk. If there's anything that I want from these videos for you, is that you put one foot in front of the other, just like I'm doing. That's all it takes, folks, is one foot in front of the other. Believe me, some years ago, it's been quite a few years ago, I barely could do that for little stretches at a time, and I build up and I build up. And that's what I would like, my wish for you to do is to be out there. Now a little more about what I'm doing. I think I already told you that I am going to through hike the Appalachian Trail, which a ton of other people are doing. And there's section hikers who are completing a section that will make their through hike. And there's people right now, you know, a couple, 2, 3, maybe a month out on the trail already. I don't like the code, so I'm waiting a little while. I know what I can do, and as far as endurance, but I don't know what I can do in the mountains. I don't know what I can do uphill. I don't know what I can do with a weighted pack on my back. So that'll be interesting. And this is my first video in this series. I like to refer to myself as the walker, and I'll give you a little background on that. It's in my family. Walking may have been in my family. It used to be in a lot of families years ago. My great-grandparents, their last name was Walker. And this is kind of a salute to them that I do this, that I'm living up to that name, that I am the walker. I was given that nickname, actually, as I said many years ago, when I started walking and being able to get out for longer distances. I lived up north. I lived in Indiana specifically. And I was doing this. I was doing that walking to get back to health, is all I can say. I needed to get back and be healthy again. And people would see me all over, you know, and they would come up to me a couple of times. I know at least there would be somebody, we saw you clear on the other side of town over there. And you are a walker, aren't you? And so that kind of stuck with me. And in fact, my first email address was, part of it was the walker. And I'm kind of proud of that. I'm kind of proud of that. This is just an introductory thing, folks. So I will refer to myself from now on. On the trail, I hope I'm referred to as the walker. Who knows what to expect. In these videos, you're not going to see me going through my equipment and doing a shakedown of my equipment and every little ounce and every little gram and every little bit that I have in my backpack and how I pack it and all of that. You're not going to see that because there's thousands of YouTube videos you can, if not hundreds, thousands, that you can look at and get an idea from. And I am grateful to a number of people on the internet. I can name off some names. Homemade Wanderlust, Bigfoot, Joe Brewer, Nemore, John Z. I'm going to say Z because I can't remember, or I can see the name, but pronouncing it and everything. He will know who he is, and you will know who he is. He set the record on the Colorado Trail, I believe. The fastest known time, FKT. And John, wherever you're at, he's got a beard, soft-spoken, great smile. Just these people have been inspirations to me. Of course, Anish, or Anish, how you pronounce that, I'd just rather say Heather. You know, the ghost, Heather Anderson. And of course, Jennifer Farr Davis was a huge inspiration in the beginning. I have to say my two beginning inspirations were Joe Brewer, and then when Jennifer did what she did. And those have been great inspirations to me. A little background, I know I'm forgetting a name of people that watch, and I'll add names later on, but especially those names, please look them up on YouTube. They do, you know, they do their videos, but they have a great presence on screen, so that's what, you know, what you look for. I hope I add some value to this too. But as I've said before, this will not be a technical thing. I will be talking emotional things, spiritual things, just all over the board, more than the technical aspect, if you will. This is my first day out. Like I said, actually I'm in a state forest in West Tennessee where I hike a lot, and I thought today would be fitting with my pack weighted down as it is. Even though I've already hiked one day, I've done 13 miles. In fact, I hiked over to the great-grandparents' farm, old farm, and the Walker farm, and I walked. What else can I say? Except that I hope these add value to your day or your week, and that you watch these. This isn't about me. Well, in a sense it is. We all say it isn't, but we have our egos and we're doing this ego stuff. But it's about being outside and accomplishing something. Our society is so withdrawn and inside our heads, inside our cubicles, inside our four walls. We're inside ourselves. And this is a way to be outside of yourself. I always believe, you know, push the body and the mind will follow. It's the things that you do that change you. It's not what you think. I really don't believe that. It's not what you know and what you think. It's what you do. And that changes you. And I'm so excited and looking forward to starting what I've wanted to start. A little background on it. I'll give you a little background, if you will. My daughter, her mother's family, they are from East Tennessee. And her mother, after the divorce, a year or two, she moved to East Tennessee with my daughter. And of course, I would go visit my daughter. And I think that's the first time I ran across the trail, knew anything about it, or saw it, up on top of Roan Mountain, in fact, and maybe over in the Watauga area. So that stuck out to me. And over the years, it may have been 20 years later, I'll say, you know, 15 to 20 years later, then I became even more interested. And it was during the time when I was starting to walk more and more, and I could see that I could walk long distances, that I had an endurance level. And then I ran across a book in the library, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name. I just remember it was a thick one. And I'd sit in the library and read about the Appalachian Trail. Jump ahead some years. I always had that in the back of my mind that I was going to do it. Then the popularity kept increasing about the trail. But you know, I never really had any concrete thing. But my daughter out in Arizona, Laura, this is for you. She would always bring it up. And I saw her some years ago. I don't know how long it's been. It's been about 6 years, I would say. She went back to her where she had gone to elementary school, and they had had a reunion. People that she knew back in East Tennessee, the girls that she knew, the people that she knew. And I went from West Tennessee and met her over there. And got to spend a few great days with her. And we went up to Roan Mountain. and we climbed up through the gardens and over to the overlook, and I don't know if it was there or maybe back down in Watauga I had a sign. We took some pictures there of the Appalachian Trail sign, and she said, "Dad, whatever happened to that dream?" And I said, "I tell you what, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to be 60 years old. I'll do it." That was 5 years ago. I'm doing it. I will be 65 in April, and that's when I'm going to begin the trail. So that's just the background story, and it's just a beginning. I do a lot of talking, maybe too much talking, people will say, and because I have so much going on in my head. Are any of you out there like that? So I'm going to use you as my sounding board. Actually, I'm using the camera because I don't know if anybody else is going to be watching this, but please listen to me. Follow along. If it does anything for you, if it adds any value to your life, that's what I always say. If it doesn't, click over and watch Casey Neistat. What a great videographer, you know. Really miss his daily ones, but he's got businesses, he's got another life, you know. We're not here, people on YouTube, I always say, you're not here to be entertained, are you? I will tell you my camera, I'm carrying a camera, and I will not be carrying it on the trail because of the weight factor. I'll be using a phone to make videos. The weight factor on this is just a little much, and I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind. Today I'm not using trekking poles or hiking poles. Those will come later, and I'll get used to those. This is all new to me. Yes, it is all new. I've never backpacked. I've never camped out, in fact. So, but you all know you, don't you? And I know me. We know what's on the inside of us. We know what we can do and the strengths that we have. Not all of us have the same talent. Not all of us are the same, and thank God for that, you know? What a boring world it would be. So, don't look on me as I don't know if the sun's hitting me or if it's too dark for you, I'll switch it over this way. Don't look on me as a guru on hiking the Appalachian Trail. Don't look on me as an expert on equipment and what to do and what not to do. I'm really racing against time right now. But I'm like that. I procrastinate a lot. I let it go to the very end. I'm not at the very end, but already I can feel that I'm going to be pushing along really good now. That everything will get taken care of and everything will work out the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to be quiet for a while. Hopefully, like I said, if you like this video, please give it a like down below. Please, some comments, but keep the comments. I will shut comments off if they get nasty, rude, attacking others, attacking me. If you want to do that, start your own channel, you know, and see how many people follow you. So I just ask to keep it civil, and just most importantly, if you like it, click that like. I'm proud to say this is the first day where I consider this is the beginning of the beginning. And I'll be back later. Just remember, I'm going to show you. Put one foot in front of the other. I couldn't see if I was doing that right. Oh, that was one other thing. I always, see, you're going to find out one thing about me. When you think I'm going to be quiet, I'm not. One other thing, you may not see a lot of editing. You're not going to see any fancy graphics. You're not going to see any of that. Because I don't take the time to learn all of that. So, what I would say is, if you saw that, just remember, all this is about is putting one foot in front of the other. This is the walker. We'll talk to you later.